Good morning, class. Hey, we're on the fifth section of this second unit in reading. It's the last one, and it has some poetry. So there's going to be a couple things that are a little bit different this week, and you're just going to have to endure it. First of all, I don't have my vocabulary words up on the board because, well, we're quarantined, so we're at home teaching you anyhow. So we're going to teach it right from the book, so have your small reading book ready for you. The second thing is, because it's poetry, some of our stories will be a little bit shorter. Besides it being a 4-day week, it should work out good. All right, our essential question for this week is, how are writers inspired by animals? A lot of times, to write good poetry, you need to be inspired, and so this unit's going to fit in perfectly. Poetry. Creative leaps. Writers are observers. They watch and listen, and they are inspired to create a picture of their experiences with words. So we're going to have very descriptive words this week. Through the centuries, animals have provided writers with inspiration for countless stories, plays, and poems. What is your favorite story, play, or poem about an animal? What animal would you like to write about? Now, take a look at this snail shell. Isn't it amazing how it starts in the middle, and as the snail shell grows, the snail shell grows, and it looks exactly the same each time, except for each part is just a little bit bigger than the part before it. Okay, one of the things that I really think is really super cool is turkey feathers. The way that turkey feathers overlap when a male turkey puts up his turkey feathers is amazing. You can see a lot of these repetitions in nature. So the little activity at the bottom says, identify an animal trait that might inspire a writer. Then talk with a partner about the favorite animal and explain what kind of story, play, or poem you might write about. Well, I might think about a turkey. Why? Well, we're getting close to Thanksgiving time. Might be one reason. Another reason is when I was hunting the other day, I got to see some turkey, which was really exciting. Actually, I heard them gobbling in the distance. So the animal trait would be the turkey's feather, and I would talk about how those turkey feathers are overlapping. All those turkey feathers have beautiful, beautiful different colors on them. How the turkey can shake the turkey feathers to draw attention to himself. And so those are some of the animal traits of just a turkey feather. Maybe you were thinking about a different animal, maybe a pet, maybe your dog. Maybe you're thinking about your dog's different characteristics, its nose or its mouth or its teeth or its fur or its paws or claws. So go ahead and take a second and think about some animal traits. Okay, this week, because we're having poetry, we only have 4 vocabulary words, and then we're going to take 4 words that are going to help work with our objectives this week. So here comes your 4 vocabulary words. Pretend I have them up on the board for you, and we'll just use our books. We're on page 148. So use a picture in the sentence to talk about each word. Brittle. The brittle dry leaf fell apart when I closed my hand around it. If you've gotten outside at all to help rake leaves in your yard, you might find out that when they first fall off, they're still kind of alive. And so when you touch them, they don't crumble up. But by this time, most of them are brittle. If you go and step on them, you'll hear the crunching sound. And brittle means to break really super easy. What else might be brittle? Break really super easy. Number 2, creative. The florist made original and creative flower arrangements. I love flowers. We planted some new flowers around our house this year. Hopefully we'll plant some new ones next year. And then you take some of the different flowers, you put them together in a vase, and you make an arrangement. A creative arrangement. Creative is like one of a kind. Describe a time when you were creative. Hopefully, if you did any of our Fun Friday art activities, your creative juices flowed and you came up with your own original design for it. Our third one, descriptive. The speaker gave a vivid, descriptive talk about the rainforest. Now, if you ever get an opportunity to go to the rainforest, that'd be amazing, but you probably have no idea how amazing that it would be. And so you would want to describe that to somebody who wasn't there, giving great details in your description. All right, the last one. I wish it was a picture of an albatross, but that's just a seagull. But in our story, Call It Courage, we have this albatross that has even greater wings. Same similar color, a little bit sharper and longer beak, longer wings. And of course, our albatross has one broken leg. But here the seagull glides through the air on outstretched wings. That means spread apart, outstretched. You can outstretch your arms if you're reaching really super far. Okay, so what would antonym mean? Well, it's close together, the opposite of outstretched. Now, before we get to our assignment, let's check out our poetry terms for this week. We got similes and metaphors. They actually gave us metaphors first. Metaphors. The garbage truck is a monster. Now, I exaggerated is because metaphors say one thing, is another thing. And the garbage truck being a monster, that's kind of a good metaphor. You know how it opens its big back end and you throw the garbage in there and then it closes it and smushes it all together. Metaphors compare two unlike things. Okay? Here's a simile. The long grass is like. Now there's the key word like. Ignore that little is there. Grass is like hair. Is a simile because it compares two things that are alike. So like or as signal similes. The last two, rhyme. Two words rhyme. Well, we got poetry, and a lot of times kids think that if it's going to be a poem, it's got to rhyme. Now, some of our poems will rhyme, but some of them won't. Two words rhyme when they sound the same, such as claw and draw. And then the last one that we're going to work on this week is meter. Meter is a pattern of stressed and unstressed syllables. How does a strong meter affect the rhythm of a poem? So we're going to study these rhythms in these poems this week, and that gives you meter. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da. The same type of pattern of stressed syllables sometimes show up in a poem. Well, guys, because we didn't have the board today, I don't have to switch computers, so I'm going to keep going. So we're going to turn the page. This would normally be our second video. I'm going to put it all in one today. Here's our first poem. It's called Dog. There's the title. A brown boomerang. My dog flies off. Arcs his way back into my arms. That's by Jeffrey Boyle. Now notice there's no rhyming words in there. You can have a poem without any rhyming words, but you did feel that little beat in there. A brown boomerang. My dog flies off. Arcs his way back into my arms. Obviously the writer was inspired by the dog. Here's one of my favorite poems just because I've seen an eagle way up north swoop down and steal one of the fish that I caught. Yeah, swoops down and steals fish. So my kids got this great idea that it'd be fun to take some of the fish we caught and go way out there and throw them on the ice. And then the eagles swoop down and pick them up. Pretty incredible. The eagle, he clasps the crag and crooked hands close to the sun in lowly lands. Ringed with the azure world he stands. You notice the meter in that one. Also the rhyming words at the end. The wrinkled sea beneath him crawls. He watches from his mountain walls, and like a thunderbolt he falls. Eagles are known to sit way, way, way up high and can see very far away. And then whew, swoops down. I don't know if they swoop down like quite like a thunderbolt, which is interesting because I think it's a lightning bolt. Thunder makes sound. But anyhow, pretty cool poem about an eagle. Two more. Chimpanzee. This one's pretty interesting. He's got all these ants and he's eating them off of there. Chimpanzee. From branch to branch on outstretched arms. From tree to ground I leap. When I want to eat a snack, I stick a stick of termite. I stick a stick in termite heaps. I use my teeth to rip off leaves and make the branches all bare. Then find the hole the bugs come out and patiently wait there. So he ripped all the leaves off of this branch. He stuck it down there. Then all these termites start crawling up it. My skinny branch becomes a bridge. As brittle bugs climb up the stick, I pick them off one by one and crunch them like potato chips. Oh boy, I'm not too into eating termites, but that was pretty exciting about a chimpanzee and how smart they are. They got animal adaptations that's going to allow them to get their food. And the last one, a rat, and it kind of looks like a mouse to me. Teeth like jackhammers, I chew through concrete for fun. Bring the outdoors in. Now that's kind of scary because in my last house we actually did have a rat in our garage, and we were always trying to catch it and kill it. And it actually had found a little crack in the concrete, and it was able to make that crack just a little bit bigger so he could sneak in and out of my garage. And boy, that's amazing. Teeth like jackhammers. All right, guys. Our assignment today is our vocabulary assignment, page 91. Just 4 vocabulary words today. So I'm going to help you, but not with many. It says, finish each sentence using the vocabulary word provided. So they start the sentence, and then you're going to fill it in. So the first word is creative. The artist is respected. Why would the artist be respected? Because he is so creative when he draws his pictures, or maybe because he's so creative in the finger paints that he does. Or you guys got some good ideas. Before she made the amazing catch, outstretched. Now pause if you're still writing the sentence, the video, and then come back. Outstretched. Before she made the amazing catch, she dove with outstretched arms over the third baseline. Okay, well, whatever you have. The last 2 are descriptive and brittle. Now remember, if you need any help, you can turn back to page 148, check out their sentences, and then think about how it would apply to yours. Okay, just 4 of them, so make sure that you have them done well and ends with periods, and then it makes sense, and then make sure you box up your vocabulary word wherever you put it inside of your sentence. God bless your day. We'll see you tomorrow.